Right, welcome back to another video, guys. So yeah, today we're going to be working on the shed again. It would have been possibly about another week again if I blend this clip with another one. If not, it'll be a new video. So basically, yeah, we've got the previous doors off that were here that I screwed in, and they're just out there in the big heat pile. And yeah, so basically we're going to be working on the shed again. And yeah, so I've just had a sweep up. There was plenty of sawdust and crap along here, leaves blowing under, all that pile over there. So as you can see, it's been a bit of an update since I showed you with the shed. So this is the new doors. So we got them bifolding, and then they just open and shut like that. So same both sides, and the same one just there basically. So I'm going to get the white car in and just show you down there. I do need to tidy up the felt obviously with the edge, but generally that's the side there, and then I'll just need to do these bits here as well, but for now it's fine and it's usable. So I've got some flashing that I want to stick underneath the door, so to close up this gap underneath basically just here and all the way along. So I've got some rubber flashing and we can screw that to the back of the door now. Show you possibly a quick way of doing it, basically just screwing it in and doing the whole roll all the way along, so you're not cutting it and having to measure it. And then what you do is you get a blade and you chop it there, there and there on that piece, and then you should have 4 equal bits, and it should be, yeah, doing all its jobs basically. The only other bit I need to do today as well is some of the wood, as I was putting the screws in, did split some of the board, so I've got some wood glue just up there, and I'm just going to dab that in between the gaps where some of the splits are like this. So where you can see a bit of sunlight there, I'm just going to put some wood glue in there just to give it some strength and just to stop the board splitting and rotting in those gaps. And yeah, just make it a bit better. I might stick some of that rubber flashing up here just to stop the air coming through, and the same that side. Generally just make it a little bit nicer in here, and then overall then what we'll do is paint the whole inside and outside of the shed at some point in the summer, so it should look a lot nicer. So yeah, that's the plan today. We'll get these doors fully open, get a little bit tidier in here so we can get space for the white car in. I'll go and get the white car in a minute, and then we'll need to put it in here basically. So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, so as you can see, yeah, I've obviously screwed it onto the bottom, just left a small little gap. Doesn't matter if it drags a little bit, keeps the draft out as well. And then basically what I'm going to do is yeah, just get one of these blades, obviously adult supervised if you're under 18 probably, and basically just where these joins are, you can see there where the light's coming through the door, just a slit there, the same with 4 of them, and then we should have 4 separate pieces for 4 doors. So yeah, let's get on with it. There we go guys, so yeah, all trimmed and done. So just see how this works. We're going to remove that slab from the back of the door. And we just pull it in and hope for the best. There we go. You can see it's doing its job there. Just dragging along the floor. Perfect. So that's the flashing on. Right, so that's one job done. Just need to clear up that area of leaves there, just push them out of the way. I'm not sure if I have enough material left to do the tops of these. Might have enough. It's either that or use expanding foam, something like that. But that can be done at a later time, so just wanted to get the doors done. So yeah, that's all done, and we shall, what should we do next? Probably crack on with getting the car through, get the white car in here, clear up this space, just make the sides a bit more accessible, put some of the rubbish away, and yeah, then we can start the project with the Clio and get that done. Yeah, so let's get the white car in. Right, so there we go guys, so yeah, we've got the white car in, and all we need to do now is where the matting is there. I went and bought another pack, so it's a pack of six, but 4 will go along the back here, and then 2 will just be, I don't know, put them in the middle somewhere, or on the ends, whatever. And then, yeah, so let's get that done. We'll just stick that there, and yeah, we'll get them on now. So this is all they are, basically interlocking floor mat, and you basically just put it together like a jigsaw puzzle. There we go guys, so yeah, car's in, and we've got the extra matting down, we've got the extra 4 mats along the back, so that just makes it a bit more comfortable when you're working on around this bit. So I'm going to be doing the rear springs at the back, and then I'll be doing obviously the front springs and the ball joints and any other little small bits that I find. But generally need this car back on the road as soon as possible. And yeah, parts are quite expensive for this car, so I have to sort of wait, obviously it being near Christmas a little bit. But for today, got a little bit of progress done, got the flashing done, and then I'm going to get the car jacked up and take the wheels off, probably crack the nuts off on the wheels first, get it jacked up, and sort of wait and sort of go from there really. So yeah, let's get the car in the air. Right, there we go guys. So yeah, car's all jacked up, got it all safely on axle stands, and yeah, so it's completely off the ground. I've cracked all the wheel nuts, and so yeah, we're just going to get these off now and go from there really, and then that should be it for the sort of rest of the evening. Can't really do much else without any parts. Right, so just to organise ourselves guys, yeah, we've basically got the wheels off. So that's the nice Brembo brakes up front, and yeah, we've got the front and back off. We just need to do the other side, but basically yeah, I need to inspect all this at some point, check it all out. Same with the back, make sure the brakes and everything else is happy, and sort of go from there at another date. I don't know if this is the side, if you can see it. Oh yeah, I think I can see that. I'll show you guys. Basically that side there was the one with the snap spring, so that's what we're working with. And I don't know if we can see it here. Is that it there? I don't know if that's the snap or if that's just where the end of the tail is. No, the end of the tail's there. Okay, so yeah, I think that's where it's clapped guys, there on that piece. It's not too good, but that means we're going to get upgraded H&R springs, get a good deal on one of those, and go from there really. So yeah, the rest of it don't look too bad. All the joints are pretty good. I think that's one of the ball joints that needs swapping on the other side, but we'll do them in pairs. There's one up here as well, so we've got an upper ball joint, and I believe there's a ball joint down here somewhere, but we'll have to see. It's a bit of a new one to me. That's the pressed bearing there with the circlip on top, if you can see that there. So yeah, I think that's one I've got to change, and then there's one lower down as well. So yeah, new springs. I'm glad I didn't have to get a standard one, because you're supposed to see the colours on these springs, and if I can see what kind of suspension I've got, because the cup ones have a different colour as well, they should show here. So if we rub this off, I've got a blue and an orange by the looks of it. Blue and orange spring. So that's how you know what type of spring you've got on your RS200s. Basically there's 4 types of spring colours of combinations, so mine look like they're blue and orange. I don't know if you can see that there. I'll try and rub some more off. So yeah, there you go, you can see it much better now. Yeah, blue and orange, and a snap spring. Brake lines look alright. Brembos need a little bit of a clean and maybe a bit of a service. Give them a bit of a clean, get all that muck out of them. Brake pads, plenty of life by the looks of it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, definitely need a clean, so I'm going to get these all coated and get them nice and looking after them, because they're nice looking brakes. Shame they look this dirty, but I shall change that. And that's about it really guys. So yeah, I don't think there's much to see on the back. So we got, yeah, there's nothing wrong back here. It's just I need to swap that spring out to obviously match the lowering springs, which don't look too bad. I've got spring compressors. There's a nice bit of space in there. Shock absorber looks good. No grease on it, so that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll get new springs and we'll be slightly lowered. I think it's 30 and 40 or something like that. Yeah, nice bit of meat left on those pads. We'll give them a clean all these arches out as well because they're a bit minging, and get some protection in there for over the winter. But yeah, I'll be giving the car a good detail while I'm in here as well, and get a good layer of polish on all this paintwork and give it a full clean, because I want to look after this car, you know, it's my pride and joy. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I'm going to take the other wheels off, get all the wheel nuts in. Oh, another thing I was going to show you, if anyone's ever doing projects like this, big tip, obviously I've got a nice big shed here with loads of little bits all over the place. If you're as unorganised as me, you know, a spare blower motor if you need one, electronics, tools, things like that. Obviously if you start a project like this, you're going to want obviously to keep all the bits together. So what I've got is a tub, just a generic tub that you can get from the range or somewhere like that, just to put all the bits in. So I've got all the wheel bolts here, and obviously I don't want to lose any. I've got a locking wheel nut key, things like that, and I tend to keep everything together, and this box will be just dedicated to this car. I've got the same down here. This is for Rita, this is for the red Clio. So all the spare bits in there. You've got the centre caps, you've got some old indicators and the stud remover there, I don't know if you can see it, and then the rest of Rita's over there, basically all the standard brakes and stuff. So I need to move that basically into here, and yeah, so nothing will ever get lost, and I always know it's for that car rather than any other car if I, you know, do sell a car or anything like that, or if I need to find a part to put it back on the car if it was to be broken, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's a good little tip if anyone's doing any work on cars. It's so easy to mislay a bolt, anything like that. They will have, you know, if they're manufacturer specific, they'll have certain threads, lengths, things like that, and they can add up in price as well when you if you do lose them. So yeah, definitely get one of these. That will save you so much hassle, and you know, to lose something like that is easy. To lose a whole tub like this is a lot harder. So yeah, and that's it, guys. Yeah, I've got some detailing products down there. I've got AM Details products down there. So big shout out to Alan. I've got his wax and seals and glass cleaner, detailers, iron remover. I've got basically a big kit from him. So big shout out to AM Details. Thank you very much for that. We're going to give it obviously a full clean, detail, and just several layers of polish and sealant. I did want to try and get like a ceramic coating on this at some point as well. I'm not too sure on how they're working, you know, how they work. I've never done them before, and I know you have to be, you know, a semi-professional, if you like, in that sort of art of ceramic coating. It's not something that your general DIYer, I personally think, can do. So yeah, I see that as something that's more for your sort of professional detailing shop. So at some point, Alan, if you're watching, I do hope to get this car up to you at some point, all the way up to Scotland, and get this fully detailed by themselves, because they do some amazing work, and I follow their YouTube channel. So I'll leave a link down below to AM Details. Give them a follow, give them a subscribe, and yeah, they inspire me to do a lot with detailing and things like that. So and I've learned a lot from him, showing tutorials and things like that on YouTube. You know, the iron remover, when I had this car it was full of iron, that's completely eradicated it. And clay barring as well, that's a really good one for that. And just general sort of maintenance really on this sort of car, keeping this sort of paintwork nice and fresh. That's what I want to do basically, just keep it fresh and protected as long as possible. Make sure there's no little silly spots where rust can set in, and yeah, you know, keep things like the Brembo calipers, just little maintenance things that can just build up and they shoot you in the foot basically further down the line. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. We've got the car in, on axle stands, wheels off. They're going to be fully refurbed as well. I do have the colour coded match paint down here. somewhere down here. There you go. So Renault Glacier White. I have a couple of cans of that and some lacquer as well. So I'll be fully refurbishing them. That'll be a separate video, and I'll do sort of a little how to refurbish your alloy wheels. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did like the video, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. There will be a lot more coming on this, and obviously I'm always doing little bits to my other Clio. If you haven't seen any of that, there are if you look in my videos, there are a lot of videos on that project as I was getting her ready over the summer period. So she's now my daily. My daily's now a project. We swap roles, and yeah. So peace out, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.